Dun, da, da, da. There it is, folks. Finally, after months of fanfare, and it's waiting, it is the RX-78-2 Verka. And as you can also see, not sure how well from this distance, but is also painted by me. You know, I'm just gonna use one of those random beam sabers as a pointer. Where to start with this guy? It's a very, very old kit, first of all. I don't want to say it's very, very. It's not like a 1.0 or 1.5 standards, but it's a fairly old kit. And it's, well, what, 2001? And you can pretty much pick this up for 30. Count them. 30. Well, I think I picked this guy up for about 35 bucks. Not very expensive. Very good first kit. It's not very complex either. The thing is, it's not only is it cheap, it's not that it's cheap. It's not that complex. It's actually more like a big high grade or a no grade than it is a true master grade, at least by today's standards, anyway. So first up, let's get into articulation. Let me take the shield off. Yeah, painting your kits will make your joints very tight. So, arms, we'll go 360, try not to. Oh, well, that's embarrassing, isn't it? Alright, I did not paint the polycap, so the polycap for this thing, not very tight. The arm peg, yes, yeah, peg. The arm peg is painted, but the polycap, if you can see it, is very, very tiny, so it doesn't wrap around the entire thing, just a bit of it. And I've had all that, looks like all of it's been scraped away at this point. But it's a very small polycap, it doesn't fit around the entire peg, so the arms do tend to fall off if you play around with them too much. But, to be honest, it's not, I say it's not that big a deal, but it just doesn't want to stay on. Alright, there we go. Make sure it's nice and secure. There we are. Arm. I said arm. Yeah, very, very tight joints, especially in the arm here. Oops. Let me get this on camera. The bottom joint, this is a double jointed arm, by the way. The bottom joint is actually quite loose. You can get that moving wherever you want to. But the top joint is very, very tight. Don't know why. You can move it, but don't. Yeah, that's not moving, is it? Alright, I was moving it earlier. Now let me take this off. Oops. Plop that off. That on. Oops, let me do that. There we go. Now see, this thing is painted, and I'm probably scraping it, but all the scrapes will be under the armor, so you won't really see it. But yeah, it goes. That's the bend you're gonna get out of the arms. I mentioned this guy's going on for sale. Scratching up somebody's future kit. Also, as you can see, very, well, it's not very subtle, but pre-shading on this guy. This guy is all painted up from head to toe. Head to toe. Head will go, well, won't really go 360, you're going to bump into his collar there. But head articulation is quite limited. I mean, that's as far as you're going to get down. That's as far as you're going to get up. It looks side to side reasonably well, but not really much. Big sabers don't do much of anything. Waist, this guy has a, oops, come on here, a core fighter, which does transform into core block, and there is a core block inside there. And the thing with these old RX-78s is that they have no waist articulation at all. That twist, yeah, that was about it. That's all you're getting out of the waist. Skirts, boom, but lay up far. All clad stainless steel. Perfection in a bottle. But we'll go about that far. About as far as that will let it. Back skirts do not move at all. Not at all. Slot for the bazooka. Another really tight joint. That's as far as you're gonna get the legs. Really hope I'm not scraping anything. Really hope I'm not scraping anything. Oh yeah, here's another problem. A problem with it is that it's very hard to get the kit to stand up because you can't lean forward. Like, that's as far forward you're going to get the legs. That's about as far back. And for side to side, more of a wiggle than really any articulation. There's a ball joint in there, but the junk around the ankle is so thick that you can't really move them very much, and this guy tends to fall over a lot. So it's not really the ankles you're playing with, but rather the leg joints here. And just like that, we're doing articulation. I would say the wrist wiggles, but I haven't seen it wiggle. Quite frankly, the joints are quite tight. Quite tight, so. But that, well, okay, he stands. Look at that, he stands. As for accessories, we get, like, is this really an accessory? It's more of a feature, really. But a core fighter with landing gear installed. Take this out. Turn him in, I'll turn into core block real quick, hopefully not break anything. So, this goes, this goes in. There we go. Bends down. And core block. Pretty simple. Anyway. Back. Oh, I hope I didn't break anything. Oops, there we are. Really hope I'm not scraping anything. Anyway. Ah, there he goes. See? Thing is so tight. There we go. Alright. Not doing that again. Well, let me put these on first. And this goes on. This goes on. Goes that way? No, this way. Sorry about that. Landing gear goes on that way. This doesn't really matter how you put this on, but that'll do. And I'm pretty sure that's not how landing gear looks. Let's put that the proper way. Or what I think is the proper way. And then rinse and repeat, I think. I think that's the way I put it. Well, he stands, so there you go. As for accessories, you get 2 beam sabers. I should really, poke these out and put the beam saber in so I can show you. But quite frankly, I do not want to break this thing or scrape any more paint than I already have. Oh yeah, I should say this. Yep, that thing's already popped off. Oh well. There's also an attachment, 2 attachments for the shield. One so you can put on the side of the arm, and one so you can put on the back of the arm. This is the back of the arm part. Honestly, I use the side because I think it looks better, as most people do. But, yeah. There you go. As for accessories, we have the beam rifle. It cannot be held in the 3-finger trigger finger split arm hand. I've tried it a lot. Does not work. You're going to have to use the trigger free hand if you want to hold the beam rifle. Hand goes that way. That way? Not quite as tight as I thought it was. And I would show you the scope going up and down, but that's painted. Very tight, don't want to scrape any more paint. Okay, he's standing. Alright. Bazooka. I hate this thing. First of all, this is... Oh, okay, sorry, I just got a text from my buddy. I'm recording this on my phone. I hate this thing. First of all, it comes in the standard gray, which is an ugly gray, by the way. Truth, it's not that bad. But it comes in the standard gray. The barrel's gray. The entire thing comes in gray, so you have to mask bits of this off and paint them white. What I did is I painted the entire thing white, masked off the barrel, and then painted the rest of it gray. That's what I did. It wasn't that difficult to do, in all honesty, but it was a pain in the butt that I did not want to do. And to add insult to injury, because the handle doesn't move at all, this thing can't be held. Not the proper way, anyway. I haven't tried it under the arm, but quite frankly, I'm afraid to try. This thing just doesn't really work, and it looks nice, but that's only because I painted it, so this thing kind of a bit of a waste of time, really. Anyway, I think that's where I'm going to... Very nice shield. Never mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video, but before I do want to say that I am selling this guy on eBay, and I will include a link in the description if y'all want to buy it and bid and all that good stuff. So, there you go. If you want this thing, pay up, and I'll see y'all next time.